Hello, everybody out there in Twitch.tv land. I am Dijon Ketchup. My voice you may not have heard in a while. This is my first and coincidentally also my last commentary for this tournament. We've got a finals match coming up here between Funnelcakes and JohnBirckhead. Yeah.
That would do.
I am joined by J-Mac the Librarian.
Hello. And we are joined also by Dubword on tracking, pushing all the buttons, and Asuka restreaming. And yeah, this is the last week of the Blue Moon, Red Moon tournament. And these are the last couple of games to close out this tournament. So it looks like we've got a Porum start and a whole bunch of bosses. So yeah, Dijon, what are you most excited about? You're on your first tournament comms.
Yeah, it's gosh, I don't know. I did watch several races while I, packed up my apartment over the span of the entire first half of the tournament. I just want to see some of our required bosses in uncomfortable places.
Right? I mean, we've got our Gauntlet and our Golbez, those are givens, but also Val and Kainatsu, super rude in many places, and Mom Bomb can definitely be tough depending on where we find him. But we've thrown in some easy ones for our racers to ease them into finals week with the King Queen Eblin and Dark Imps, but maybe they're going to be hiding somewhere.
Scandalous.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm personally hoping for maybe we can get a Gauntlet at Crystal Sword Altar.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite. That's a tournament fan favorite at this point. But it looks like we are off, ready to go, joined by a Rosa with a Mylon of some sort and a pan. So a very functional item for when we do find our hook and go underground. Not any progression at this point. So we will be full clearing the overworld.
Fantastic.
So the good thing is, both of our runners have not one, but two white mages. So you have your pick, and also potentially an anchor, depending on the rest of our characters. But as this is Blue Moon, free key item is turned on, so we will see our runners head to Bedward pretty soon to get that key item. But first, both of them seem to be heading to Mysidia. Want to go ahead and round out this party as best we can.
Yep, we've got
Oops, all mages, let's go!
So, we got some twins, we got a Rosa, and we got an old man. But not the oldest man.
No, not the oldest man, but definitely one that doesn't come with quite all the spells you would want. But yeah, this is a D-Money team if I've ever seen one. The only problem is, where is that darkness crystal?
Yeah, that's kind of crucial for that sort of crime. As I understand it.
Personally, I hope it's buried. I would love to see what our runners, both of these runners, fantastic showings throughout this whole tournament. I would love to see what they do with a party full of mages, including our punch mage, on the overworld without access to that early darkness and D-Money grind.
Yeah, so this, there's not really many more options, so this is gonna be an interesting party.
For sure. We do pick up a Lilith rod. Functionally useful, perhaps.
I hear Sarah McLaughlin's playing at Lilith Rod.
We do have an arty bow, so that's definitely going to come in handy, especially with either our Murder Rosa or Murder Porum. We do have the choice of that. But yeah, I think we are desperate for some sort of something else to add to this team. So I have a feeling we're going to see the rest of our characters kind of rounded out here in the next couple of minutes.
And we're about to see what our free key item check is.
Okay.
Alright.
Baron Key.
That's more overworld to check before.
Yes. Oh, looky there.
Hey.
We'd like to see an edge. I believe we found a mute knife, I think.
I think I did see that, yes.
And we just picked up a couple of darts, so that will definitely help this early team conquer this overworld for sure. A lot of the problems that maybe they were thinking about are going to be relieved seeing that edge. So this will be very strategic, especially depending on where this where this hook is hiding.
It can also depend on where this darkness crystal is.
I mean, yes, that is true as well. But knowing where that Baron Key is really early in the seed is kind of a weight off of both of our runners' shoulders. Baron Key has tended to be like the make or break key item in a lot of these races just because of the number of bosses it unlocks. As well as the shop, things like that. So that is actually one of the key items that you're kind of really happy to see early on, even if you don't take it right away.
Yeah, there are 3 boss checks in Baron Castle. We know one of them is some flavor of Mylon, so that's not going to be any help on the objectives. But the other 2, who knows?
Yeah, those are definitely... well, you know what, chat? When you say, please no Cecil on ordeals, that's exactly what the seed is going to give you. So, yeah, this team just turned around just a little bit. And we do have a black sword for our Black Knight, or Dark Knight Cecil. So we do have some equipment to give him, which is... equal to this mute. Thankfully, we did find not 1 but 2 mute knives. So yeah, I think we're going to be pretty okay, depending on who is up here on ordeals.
Real question is going to be whether or not there's some kind of, like when you have like a piece of metal, but it's like long and pointy and also pulley.
Oh! A cross. You can find those in item shops in the overworld, right?
Ah, okay. Well, maybe those are underground too.
Of course we're looking for a crystal sword. Or an X-Cal. Lightsabers will do in a pinch, I guess.
Alright, we want the X-Cal so Edge can throw it.
That is true. It is arguably more utility for this party than the crystal sword. But we do find Baigen in this first slot. Not a required boss, but one that is relatively easy for this party at this point to get through. So Funnel is through. JohnBirckhead is getting into the fight, but will soon follow very quickly.
And Eigen is one of those bosses that can be kind of tricky in some of the later slots, so getting him out of the way on ordeals probably good for our runners here.
Now, I know that this Pale Dim is not required, but get your dudes out in chat and your tudes out in chat because we have a Pale Dim sighting.
Pale and dim, both words that mean about the same thing.
I will not attempt to do the tude. If you want to know what the tude sounds like, go and watch JohnBirckhead's stream and do that command in his stream. It'll reverse it.
Although maybe not while he's raised.
Yeah, no, not right now. Definitely not right now. But now we do have dueling Pale Dim fights. Funnelcakes is about 30-45 seconds ahead, has defeated his Pale Dim. JohnBirckhead putting out a lot of pretty decent damage for this team so far, and will be following suit to see what item we find on top of ordeals, as well as what our third boss up here is going to be.
I can hardly stand the suspense. But yeah, this is a party that pretty much necessitates an early ordeals.
Yes, to get our Cecil online, our Tella online, this rat tail, which could turn into something that we need as soon as we find our hook. So very good ordeals for this party and this team tonight.
Oh, and speaking of Pale Dim, we have Dark Belt.
Yes. Yes, they're cousins, in case you didn't know. Distant cousins.
One,
maybe not so distant.
One was out in the sun not too long.
Mm-hmm.
This is the not pale.
The not Pale Dim. Dale Pym. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tracker Dubward. That is perfect. Dale Pym. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a race car driver.
It totally does. Oh man. Now all I'm seeing is NASCAR in my head. Okay. Anywho.
So we've got our paladin. We've got our mage with spells on Funnelcake's side. We've got a siren, and these are two Liliths, but they are not Lilith Rod, and Sarah McLaughlin is not playing.
No, but what this does help Funnelcake do is get his party a little beefier. We have slingshotted that Cecil, so that he can get some early levels, and I have a feeling we're gonna go chase down Fabool, head to Antlion, do a couple of these overworld checks, and then head on to Baron, because now Baron, all of a sudden, between the inn and the castle, becomes 5 boss checks.
Yeah, the important thing to remember when it comes to your Cecil is it doesn't matter how many levels he gets as a Dark Knight. The moment he turns into a Paladin, he gets that level reset.
This is very true. You know what I did forget in my mappings across the overworld? I forgot this short, quick little vital pit stop to Castle Eblin. Dijon, why will our runners both head to Castle Eblin?
Because loot.
Loot, and you know that thing you were describing earlier, best place to find that overworld is in Castle Evelyn.
Yep. Particularly, chests full of monsters.
Yep, and with a couple of mages as well, all of these trap chests are going to give some pretty decent XP, and we should be able to get our Black Mage up to Virus and or Quake, as well as Rosa getting at least up to Berserk, hopefully, before we head down the hook route.
And there's the Staleman and Skull chest. That was the sound of finding the chest, and definitely not a phone I forgot to silence.
That is okay. You know that this chest really hates seeing an edge, because Edge's flame kills all 4 of the skulls really fast, and then it's just a couple hits to get that, whatever that thing is called. Why did I just forget the name?
The thing with the stuff.
The thing with the... Oh, well, look, listen.
No, this
Seed.
isn't the well.
Seed. Like, the first chest, really? The first chest, we're just gonna give him the crystal sword?
Yes.
And this here is why you go straight to Eblin in this tournament. Now, JohnBirckhead having an interesting strategy by not putting a single weapon on Cecil.
It's a bold strategy.
We are just implementing the cover strat, which, you know, when we're fighting a Staleman, there's the word, that could come in handy because Staleman punch pretty hard.
Wow.
That's not even useful. At least if it was the X-Cow, then the Edge could dart it. Good grief.
Just tell one of them to assert dominance.
I guess, or call the fat chocobo.
Also,
Yeah, noted that all of the trap chests are in the left tower.
Notably, this Bad Ogre chest, while Funnelcakes has opted not to, Edge can steal focus lines. Oh, this seed just really is like, hi, Cecil, do the thing.
Wow. Yeah, John exiting out, and you know, very smartly saving that time, getting his crystal sword, getting out, but is going to get punished because that third chest right there had an Avenger, which is going to give Funnelcakes a pretty big time edge in the overworld, especially having an Avenger Cecil just rocking all these bosses.
Yep. That is definitely a good combo, the Crystal Sword and the Avenger, because of the way this game, if you're in the middle of a battle, you can change your weapon, but when you put on the Avenger, it'll go straight into Berserk status, meaning if you don't attack by the time that Berserk takes effect, it's not gonna change any of the stats on your held weapon, it's just gonna go Berserk. So you're basically turning your Avenger into a Crystal Sword Avenger.
Which does a lot of damage and does it pretty quickly. But that was one of our required bosses at Baron Inn, which both of our... Just kidding. JohnBirckhead has completed Funnelcakes, doing some shopping in Baron shops before heading in. to fight this Dr. Luge. And that was a package, which, has kind of come in handy with this tournament, as that is gating a boss check that, with 8 bosses on the table, the chances of one of them being behind there are quite high.
Indeed. And, it can really come in handy if one required boss is in the CPU spot, and then one is in the package spot. It's much quicker and easier to do the package.
That it is, especially when you've got to get through 65k of whatever is there. But that is Funnelcakes also receiving his package done with Baron in. We will probably see him follow JohnBirckhead to dive this Baron Castle, get this Mylon out of the way, as well as see what is on the Baron throne tonight.
Yeah, we can see JohnBirckhead pulled ever slightly ahead by only doing enough in Edlin Castle to get a crystal sword and then bouncing. Whereas Funnelcakes did all of them.
That he did. We will see how much time Funnelcakes is going to make up having that Avenger pretty quickly. Especially if we don't find Bacchus wines right away. That's going to make the big difference.
And it's also an interesting trade-off because you have to remember to go into the menu and swap that Avenger out for the Crystal Sword between every fight. And that can take some time, and if you get kind of ahead of yourself and forget to do that, you just have a regular Berserk Cecil.
Which in the overworld, it's fine. It does, I have wasted many a fights forgetting to unequip the Avenger and swap it back out before the next boss fight, so...
Yeah, and if you, forget to swap it and you got an Avenger and you walk straight into, say, I don't know, Golbez.
Or Demus, that's always my favorite too.
Yeah, Demus in a higher HP slot.
Oh, well. That's a vanilla.
Yeah. And an
vanilla
objective.
Boss, and an objective, and it's going to lead to a key item. Baron Castle with the goods.
I think the seed has somewhere to be, giving us quick and easy Crystal Sword Cecil, and then now Vanilla Kinatsu.
So a couple of swings from Cecil, and Keinatsu goes down. This spot only has around 4,000 HP, so not a very tough spot. And with it being vanilla, this party makes very quick work.
Yeah, Keinatsu very trivial in a spot like this, but you get into one of those higher HP spots, it can be a nightmare. Especially if you don't have anyone around to, lit away the waves.
Very true. So I know both of our runners probably very relieved to see a vanilla Keinatsu here instead of having to fight it in the ribbon room or the giant or somewhere else where it does a lot more damage.
So we see another one of our required bosses. Unfortunately, she is made of stone and you can't fight her.
But that did give us the hook, so we do have our underground access. We'll be able to get a glimpse at those shops and head underground as soon as our runners want to go there.
Yeah, also trade in that rat tail.
Oh yeah, that's true. See, I already forgot about the rat tail.
There is some full leg in this cave. JohnBirckhead not gonna deal with that because it's not required.
Yep, gonna also check this waterfall. We still have this spot. We have Hobbs. We have Antlion. And we have Fabul that we have not checked in the overworld.
One sprite, so that's a water hag.
Yep. So good news, the next blue robe we see is the one we are looking for.
And more good news, the easy free boss is in a place you don't need to fight. So
good news, I'm sure our runners hate having to waste that free boss.
Well, it's good news for us because it's not boring. And we've got a Leviathan.
Again, not a boss that we need to fight. And with us being over 20 minutes into the seed, we don't really need that boss for XP. So both of our runners opting to skip it and head straight down Antlion.
And this flag set, there's no character there, so it's not like we'd be picking up some good characters by fighting the Leviathan.
Yep. May as well save our time. Try and figure out... Ooh. Evil Wall in Antlion Cave. How boring.
They fit an entire wall into this cave.
I don't know. I feel like they'd have to, build it in the cave.
Interesting.
Hmm.
We've got an ogre axe, which is indeed a weapon.
JohnBirckhead said, no thank you. Funnelcakes said, you know what? I'm gonna save that ogre axe for a rainy day. Maybe he's gonna prep for some Mac Giants.
And I think probably takes about as much time to exit out of there as it does to reload your save, so it's free real estate. By which I mean money.
Yep, so I wonder if we're going to see a little divergence here because we started with that pan. JohnBirckhead has decided to go ahead and take Fabul. I wonder if Funnel is going to go to Fabul or fade it and wait until he gets underground, which looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, under this flag set, it since we've got our hook, it kind of makes the most sense to fade it. But at the same time, this could be a darkness crystal.
Yeah, if it is exactly a darkness crystal. Which, and that has to be in the back of both of our runners' minds, especially with the way that our party was set up from the get-go. But again, now we've got a Crystal Sword Cecil, so D-Money not really as important when you've got a Crystal Sword as well as an edge. So...
And Funnelcakes stocking up on Bacchus and coffins in that underground shop. Both very good items. Again, Bacchus gives you that berserk status, which when JohnBirckhead makes his way down there with his fancy new Zeus Rage.
It's all the rage. Gotta have your Zeus Rage.
He will most assuredly buy some Bacchus as well, which will make up for not having that Avenger.
Yes. So because they are going to be available in one of the first gated item shops we can see, that will definitely kind of even out that lack of Avenger on JohnBirckhead's side. Now we do see JohnBirckhead turning in the rat tail, which Funnelcakes did not do. Ooh. Well, that's an Earth Crystal check.
Is it time? Is it gonna happen?
I mean...
Well, in the meantime, we saw on Funnelcakes' side that our second boss getting into the underground is gonna be a freebie.
I'm glad you were paying attention. I never pay attention, and I know I should, especially on boss hunts.
Yep,
but I never pay attention.
It's one of the guards. We don't know which one yet, but it's one of them. And, conveniently, he just bought coffins.
Well, and that Earth Crystal means that we are going to get a treasury check, y'all.
So it's time for our favorite game.
Find that crystal sword!
We did it!
And the adventure! Look at... Oh my gosh! What is this scene? Good grief!
Zeus Gauntlet.
Well... You know what? There is literally no disadvantage on JohnBirckhead's side anymore because they have found the exact same gear, except for JohnBirckhead has a Zeus Gauntlet now, and a Zeus Rage.
And is going up to Tower of Zod, which Funnelcakes has not done yet.
Yep, so...
With the seed, you gotta wonder, does Asuka want to go to bed?
We'll see. We're already 2 bosses in, less than 30 minutes. And, you know, we have a lot of access to our big spots with lots of bosses. So this could be a pretty jetty seed.
It is the Baron guards. So 2 coffins will do the trick right here. Not even gonna give them a chance to...
Oh, and a coffin on Tella. Well, okay. Gotta preserve that anchor.
Yep. Because again, with the limited character selection, you don't have many opportunities for an anchor.
Oh, Sop one.
Yep, that's John Goodman right there.
Oh. That was a Golbez at the top of tower. Yeah, we are finding our bosses left and right.
Yeah, Funnelcakes knows where another required boss is.
Ooh, but you gotta climb the tower just to go and fight a Golbez. I'm not very motivated to do that, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's an objective, but man! Golbez just laughs at you. It's not fun to be made fun of.
I'm used to it.
So we do see Funnelcakes getting ready to go and do a Dwarf Castle check. Meanwhile, JohnBirckhead getting a glimpse at the fact that there is a Dark Knight Cecil in Dwarf. And we are about to see what boss we are going to fight up here. Oh yeah, piggy meta. Except for I have forgotten the things with the ears and something white ears. Sparkle, not a Golbez, I don't remember.
I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, you don't know about Piggy Meta?
I think I have missed that one.
So because, this is great, because of the way that the sprites work, the ears of the pigs will change colors in this room based on the boss sprite in the second spot. So you can actually kind of guess who this boss is going to be before they show up.
Clever.
So apparently dolls are also white ears. Yeah, so there's white ears, yellow ears. There's also black pig and a ghost white pig.
Speaking of ghost white, Funnelcakes has found our D-Mist right here in the first Dwarf Castle slot. No bonus round because we got the free key item check. And then we know from JohnBirckhead's side that the second slot is going to have that Dark Knight Cecil.
Oh, I'm so sorry, chat. Void pig, not black pig, void pig. And pineapple pig, I left that off. Okay, you happy? Are we happy now?
JohnBirckhead got half of a forge.
Okay, good, because I, again, was too distracted by pigs to pay attention to what that item was. So now it looks like he will be headed underground. We'll find this hook route pretty easy. And we'll join Funnelcakes in the Dwarflands very, very soon.
And that D-Mist is dispatched. JohnBirckhead selling the extra crystal sword to assert dominance over the seed.
Of course, and to buy all the Bacchus wines.
And a few coffins, which he will find will come in handy.
Most definitely. Picks up that headband, a good piece of gear to put on to add some multipliers. And you know what? That might be all the shopping we need at this point. I mean, we are looking for some edge swords, but you can't find those in shops other than ninja swords. So maybe you just hope that you get lucky finding a good sword naturally.
And Dark Knight Cecil just happened on Funnelcake's side. And usually, like, the instinct is to just, like, wait out the 3 attacks, and he will be scripted to self-destruct after giving a speech about justice. But that spot has so little HP, he was able to just destroy Dark Knight Cecil before he could finish his attacks.
Okay. Well, Dwarf Castle giving all the rest of the keys that we need for the seed, with a vanilla Luca key as well as a tower key hiding in the under the work glitch. So
yeah, so I mean, Golbez is already up in the top of the tower, so
yep,
no
pretty easy.
Tower.
Easy choice. Yep, no longer keyless tower. Definitely worth the walk up. We see Funnel's probably going to just leave those characters dead and walk straight up and fight Golbez as is right now.
You only have 2 living characters. Shadow just kind of appears and is like, I don't know what you want me to do with this, my dude. And then pieces out. Which makes Golbez's line of guess he's full even funnier.
Yeah, because, you know, the developers did never think that we were going to, like, mess with this game at all. So, yeah, you leave the text in, and then it just becomes a big old joke.
I mean, it was 1990. Like, they stood the code for SNES. What were we going to do with it?
Now, wait a second. Antline is not supposed to be here.
This is not the moon.
No.
I demand a refund.
I do like that heads-up play of actually doing the super cannon room first, going ahead and killing off Tella so that he only has 2 characters alive when he heads up to fight that Golbez. Very smart play on Funnelcakes' part.
The dialogue script for Golbez is a lot different in the vanilla game because instead of Shadow disappearing of his own free will, Mist Dragon annihilates it and Rydia appears.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
I haven't even played through the vanilla game, and yet I have seen that part before. I don't know the order of everything in this game, y'all.
What? Shocking. On JohnBirckhead's side, he makes very quick work coffining those soldiers and will get underground at this point. Even though he seems behind, he has done a couple of checks above ground that Funnelcakes has not done. So it should even out in the next few minutes as Funnel finishes underground. So this is still a very tight race.
Yep, indeed. It's with these, you never know until you get towards the end, because like, when you start off and you're in the overworld, there's really only a set number of things you can do before taking the hook route, because the magma key is not in the overworld in this flag set. But once you kind of open things up, people tend to go off in different directions.
That they do. I kind of forgot that the top of tower has like no magic, so these lit 3s and viruses are kind of cute.
Yeah, still good to reflect them because you don't want to keep healing, but...
Oh yeah, definitely still want to use a Star Veil, but they're not very scary if you, if you accidentally have to wait a turn or things like that.
Those Golbez for Funnelcakes, that's another objective complete.
And not a key item, but definitely an item that is key. The pass, making any trip to the moon much safer for our runners, because they do not necessarily have to double walk the moon, because we have found the pass.
Yeah. Pass, definitely a good thing to have.
So Funnel heading down the Tower of Babel. We will also see what he is awarded from the Super Cannon room. JohnBirckhead, following Funnel's routing, headed straight to Dwarf Castle to take on this Demus and Dark Knight Cecil, and will be rewarded with his 2 keys very soon.
Yeah, and JohnBirckhead's going into this with the knowledge, having gone through Zot, that the second boss is going to be Dark Knight Cecil.
Yes, so he definitely knew that he could fast anchor for this spot because he knew he wasn't going to get trapped by a wyvern.
Everyone hates that.
I've never died to a wyvern in Dwarf 2. Nope, not me.
So, Funnelcakes getting a pink tail from the Super Cannon room.
Makes that very convenient because he has not turned in his rat tail, so he will be able to single dip both the Cave Adamant as well as Fabul Castle.
And definitely a good optimization on, and when you get the pink tail, sometimes it's a question of, do you take the time to go, well, that's everyone's favorite item, the Twin Heart.
Oh, see, now we might be faced with some questions of, do we go and do the Twin Heart? Because we still have yet to find darkness.
Well, first thing, Funnelcakes is gonna go claim that free key item in the Feymarch chest, and probably at least peek at the bosses down there.
Oh yes, we're definitely going to peek, especially because this is a boss hunt. But we don't necessarily have to take them right away, except for the fact that we've got a crystal sword, so, like, maybe we just go ahead and clear it so we don't have to come back down.
Yeah, nothing special in that chest.
No. A life staff, great for Rosa. You can even equip it on Tella if we want, but, you know, it's not our darkness, which at this point, that's kind of what we're waiting for.
And we found our sirens, which, another very handy item. Frequently used in the underworld here.
Yeah. Do some egg grinds. We'd love to see that. We'd love to get that XP very quickly. So yeah, they're definitely handy to come. Handy to come in handy, y'all.
Alright, show me some good bosses down here.
Okay, well, that spot is free. He's gonna punch, but it's not gonna be terrible.
You got that special script from the vanilla game still intact here. If you've got a Paladin Cecil after the second... Well, okay, that's not great for him. After the second karate kick...
Ow!
Cecil just has to physically attack him once. Just once, game.
Okay, well, you're right. It's not exactly free.
It's... Look... Unless he gets all the key items he needs, Funnelcakes will probably come back and with some more levels to take that out, but... Yeah,
but you know, there's still so many checks Funnel has to do that I do not blame him for being like, nope, and just getting out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, even if there's like a good key item that Yang is guarding, it just may not be worth the time right now for him to faceplant that until Cecil can attack after the second kick to engage the script that just ends the fight.
Yeah. If we're still looking for bosses, if we're still looking for key items, you can go down, take those two bosses, and peek Luca. And maybe route in some eggs later on. So it's not a terrible play to go ahead and come back over ground, do all these checks that you know you have available, and kind of see where you are from there.
Yeah, Funnel did not turn in the pink tail. I'm guessing he's like, I've got the gear I need for all my party. I'm not gonna bother.
I mean, save your seconds where you can. That is the definition of optimizing your run. Knowing when to stop looting, which is definitely something that that people have struggles with. So knowing that, well, you know what, Sheila?
Huh.
That just answered our question of where is darkness. So yeah. Chances are we don't ever have to go back to that Feymarch.
Yeah, you gotta know when to hold them, and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Yep. And so far, Funnelcakes is doing just that. Every twist and turn.
Yeah, Funnelcakes doing the full one-shot of Kabul, although the plank here not a required boss, and the item was just a Zeus Rage, so yeah, I'm gonna lose a couple minutes on that, but you know, high enough level to one-shot Plague.
Yeah, and you have to check it. You're here, you've got to check it anyway.
Yeah, because obviously, if you don't know what is gonna be there.
But now the question is, does Funnelcakes do Twin Harp? Oh no, we're going underground. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're at 11 key items. It is time to grind.
Yeah, so that means we're not going to be seeing any D-Money, so sorry, D-Money fans.
Yay! I mean, oh, so sad.
Oh no.
Whatever are we going to do without a D-Money grind?
Oh, Tell's gonna self-immolate himself in viruses.
Look, at least he can do that. He was able to do it himself. JohnBirckhead walking down the tower, going to get his something. Pinktail. Pinktail. No, I don't remember.
Now you've made me forget.
Pinktail, Twin Heart. No.
It's fine. We'll see it. It's fine.
Anyway, great time to shout out our tracker Dubward.
Yeah, it was the Pinktail.
Who is remembering all the things, pushing all the buttons, making sure that he is covering our backs and tracking what is going on in the seeds. So shout out to Dubward.
Yeah, my parents used to tell me that I had an awful memory or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Funnelcakes done with his egg grind.
Yep. 2 is enough. Doesn't want to get too full on them scrambled eggs.
Can we have D-Money? We have D-Money at home. D-Money at eggs.
Yeah, Funnelcakes headed back into Baron. Did not forget the Odin Throne was a check that we skipped earlier. I probably would have forgotten because I forgot we didn't peek this. So good on him for remembering. This is another boss check in Baron. Just gonna go see if this is one of our required spots or not.
Yeah, depending on what the boss is, more than likely, neither of our runners would have really been able to take this spot. Yeah, no, definitely probably would not have taken the Mom Bomb very well at that level when they were first here, so...
But we're here now, and we are going to take this Mom Bomb, another required boss. That's going to be 5.
Yeah. Mom
5
Bomb
that we've seen so far.
Mom Bomb, kind of an annoying boss, because it gets an extra somewhere around 10k health because of its nature of exploding into little bombs. Funnelcakes didn't even give it the chance. And stole its tiara at the same time. So, technically, if you look at the picture at the bottom of the screen, we never saw that. So, he's gotta go do it again, I think. Those are the rules, right? I was away for a while, moving across the country. I didn't play.
Yeah, no. Not the rules. But what is a rule, JohnBirckhead got through that Young fight. Pretty picture perfect. Got a blink up on Cecil. Cecil hit before the second kick, but after it was queued. Only was rewarded with some Artemis arrows, so he too has decided to leave the Fey March and go back over ground, and we'll get his darkness very soon as well.
King Queen was the first Zot check, Mike.
No, Funnel has not done Zot. That is the one check that JohnBirckhead is up. And Funnel has not done it yet.
Yeah, Bomb was the Baron basement. So, Funnelcakes raising a whale, Birckhead attempting to raise a karate. Now, it is time for space.
That it is. This is a very interesting and aggressive play to go ahead and come up here with 3 bosses still out there and an Earth Crystal and a Twin Harp down that we haven't checked yet. I don't hate it, but it is definitely more aggressive and putting all of your eggs in the moon basket.
I mean, the moon does have 6 boss checks, and all of them can carry a key item, one of which can carry 2.
This is true, but we don't care about key items at this point. We have all of our gating key items.
But we don't have a spoon, and we have an edge.
We don't have a spoon. So yes, we would be looking for a spoon potentially, although, you know, Avenger, Crystal Sword, Cecil. Yes, Funnel is in face check mode, does not need to complete or fight any of the bosses up here because we are not looking for any more key items. So that is an advantage of going ahead and coming up here, especially with pass in hand, thinking that JohnBirckhead may not have come up here and would full clear Earth. So this is a heads up play, and we'll see if it does pay out for him.
Although, if I'm reading the tracker correctly, I think Birckhead is also in face check mode.
Yes. He is as well. We'll see if JohnBirckhead remembers to go back and check Odin, or if he also just heads to the moon in full face check mode to go ahead and get these 6 bosses out of the way.
There's still plenty of space for a Crystal Sword Altar or Ogopogo spot gauntlet.
Yes, there definitely is. And you know what? Our percentages have gotten a lot higher since we started. And while we are paused right here with some decision making and walking, I do want to go ahead and take time to shout out both of our runners. Funnelcakes and JohnBirckhead have just completely run this tournament and very, very effectively, very efficiently, have had to play more matches than anyone else in the entire tournament because the waning blue waning bracket was like forever long, and they had to play and win so many matches to get here. So no matter the outcome of this match and the next couple of matches this week, both of these runners definitely deserve support, shout outs, and a round of applause.
Indeed. And JohnBirckhead gonna fight that Mom Bomb. And who do we have on Funnelcakes' side? And it's just an Ashura.
So 3 more bosses on the LST to check. We are looking for Dimps, Val, and our Alt Gauntlet.
Okay, what's behind door number 1?
Well, there's one.
Hey, it's not quite what I wanted, but it is still on the moon.
It is on the moon. It might be arguably the easiest. So good news for our runners, because this one is just a bunch of trickers. Oh no, there's a gold dragon here.
I think Funnelcakes needs to res his Tella so he can use Lit 3.
Oh, absolutely. You have to cast Lit 3 on a tricker. He in fact tells you he's not going to do anything terrible when you do. While we have this gauntlet fight, we see JohnBirckhead coming up to the moon as well, hitting the hour mark, and is one boss up on Funnelcakes because Funnelcakes has not done Zot yet. We'll probably head to Zot after clearing the moon. The question is whether or not he will go to Giant first.
That Palamon's having some trouble staying alive on Funnelcake's side.
Yep, desperately we want him to get to Nuke, but realistically, if Palom keeps dying, we're not going to get enough experience.
Although I think Funnelcakes might still have some sirens.
Oh, there we go. Lit 3, lit 3, lit 3. Coffin? I don't think I knew you could coffin a tricker. Today I learned.
You know, same. Same here.
Is that like the only moon enemy you can coffin? Can you coffin warlocks? I don't know. Never actually tried.
I don't think.
Chat probably knows. Hey! There's our spoon. We have to keep it because it was required. Does chat know if any other moon enemies can be coffined? Since we just learned that the trickers can be coffined.
There's probably some, like, obscure enemy on the moon that, like, just doesn't show up in the randomizer because you don't have encounters on or something like that. Like, I don't know. I see new enemies in this game all the time when people like turn on encounters, and it's like I didn't know that was an enemy. Xenocat is pretty sure warlocks can be coffined.
Now I might have to science some things after this race is over.
Last moon check.
Is Magus' sister. Nope, just kidding. Was Mylon. Wrong screen.
So, we have not seen a Valvalis or a set of Dark Imps anywhere yet. And at this point, nobody has checked Sealed Cave, nobody has checked music, nobody has checked package, nobody has checked the giant.
Yep, so Funnel is headed to the giant. So we are going to find out very soon if one of our required bosses is up here. If it is, that will put Funnelcakes at the advantage because realistically, routing-wise, after doing the giant, he would head to Earth Crystal, where we know that's where the 7th boss would be, because that is a 2-boss check.
Both of our runners are making very long treks right now.
Yes, 2 very long walks. Let's take this opportunity. We shouted out our tracker Dubward, but let us also shout out our restreamer Asuka, who is putting on this show and making sure everything is running smoothly behind the scenes with audio, visual, video feeds, all the things. Our restream team for this community is fantastic, and we have so many volunteers that volunteer their time to make sure that we can put on great shows of races for you all. So definitely, thank them, and thank you to Dijon, who finally got to get on comms for this tournament, and I'm so lucky to be sitting next to her in the booth tonight.
We got a nope rope first slot.
65k of nope rope. Let's go.
I love enemies that can just like casually take half of your max health off of every character at once. Especially on the giant.
Yep, love it. This spot, it has low magic, but when you're facing an Ogopogo or a Kenatsu or a Leviathan, anything that has fixed percentages, the low magic in this spot doesn't matter at all. And yes, as Chad is pointing out, not a terrible place in the grand scheme of things to find Ogo, but it's just really, really annoying.
Yeah, Cecil and Edge are berserked, and Palom and Rosa are doing support, and that Ogopogo is disintegrating wildly.
And Palom will get a lot of experience. Will we get to nuke? No! 1 fight short. That's fine, because we have a CPU spot to clear.
Yeah, there's gotta be at least one more fight done. And Funnelcakes just gotta swag walk to the spot, because if it's not required, you can just reset out and you're no longer on the giant.
Oh, but it is required.
Oh!
That is a Valvalis.
Yep. That sure is. And the CPU spot. Haha.
Again, all things considered, yeah, she's gonna punch really hard, but our Crystal Sword Cecil is gonna get through all of this tornado. So we just have to beat her before she can beat us.
Yeah, Cecil, doing pretty good about
Ouch.
being able to hit, well, that happened.
Yep.
So, if Funnelcakes wipes to Valvalis, he's gotta fight the previous battle again.
Yeah, he's done a lot of damage so far. So yes, okay. I knew it was a swing or two away. And that was a really great fight. Very, very close.
So we are one fight away for Funnelcakes. If he goes to Tower of Zot, he's got it. Still have not seen those Dark Imps. Who knows where they are? They could be Sealed Cave, they could be Twin Harp, they could be Package. Are those the only 3 spots we have not seen?
Those are the only 3 spots we have not seen.
Oh, take the swag whale. Going to Zot.
Huh.
And he's gonna have fun.
We are confident. Oh! Chat! We're gonna get a music check.
Oh. I was expecting a Zot.
I actually do applaud this because we have the pass, and this is parking here gives us access to 3 of the 5 boss checks we have left. So you go ahead, you check this, and then if it's not here and it's at Zot 1, you just warp out, walk out, and then you're right here ready to fight Z. So this is definitely a really heads-up routing play, and this will also give us the music check that we all love and want.
Indeed. And Scala Kitty, our wonderful, fearless leader of a lot of things in this community, says that Xenocat came up with something really nice for tonight, so...
Oh, we get special finals music! So exciting!
Of course, if it's not Dark Imps, we may not get to hear much of the music before he resets.
That is true. But we'll be quiet so we can hear this special song made just for tonight. So enjoy.
Wow, that was the one thing.
Well, we got more than 12 bars. Also, beautiful song, Xenocat. And that was our last missing boss. So Funnel, not even getting the key item, just walks out and exits.
Oh, what if it was an adamant armor?
I don't think we care.
So, Funnelcakes about to get ready for the final showdown, and JohnBirckhead landing back on Earth. Scala says that the song was Ad Deus from Grandia 2. JohnBirckhead looking for one last boss. Not gonna find it where he's going, though. We have now seen everything.
And unfortunately, we know what he does not. But again, at this point, you're gambling on 4 spots you haven't seen. So any choice is the right choice until it's no longer the right choice. But I see some flags up in chat. Some Z flags.
Yeah.
Do we know what those are for?
It's only 9:25 here. It's too early for going to bed, for me at least. Plus, I gotta finish commentating this.
Yeah, no, that's true. We can't go to bed now. It's just the Z fight. Oh, Z fight. Oh, look at that.
That's the 26th letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, so every fight we get some special Zemus surprises. And I've heard that we're gonna get a couple of Zemus surprises this evening, as this is the first match in the Blue Moon Finals.
Also, Scala hinting that Z might have a hat.
I love it! It's so cute! Oh, man.
Shoutouts to Scala Kitty, who has done the vast majority of these Z sprites and knocks it out of the park all the time. And just, fantastic artist, fantastic community leader, admin.
That's adorable. Also, I am pretty sure that JohnBirckhead's daughter actually helped to design this.
That's fantastic.
I know, right? So yeah, we are in Z. Funnelcakes is pushing out a lot of damage. JohnBirckhead is trying to find his final boss and has checked to no avail the Luca Cave and is now going to go spot check the package, which we also know is not the correct choice. So then he will probably be headed to Twin Harp in the next couple of minutes.
I just got it. Birckhead is like the dyslexic person's brickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fun fact, I'm dyslexic.
Well, and his Discord name is Brickety Burkety Brick, something with a brick.
That's a very long and specific name. That was an unnerved Big Bang, but
that was fast. GG's Funnelcakes finishing that Z sprite or that Z fight with ease and without a lot of anything from Z. And I think that ding in our ear means that we are joined by Game 1 winner Funnelcakes. GG's, sir.
Thank you.
How was the trip around the entire map?
It was very nerve-wracking as I finished the giant, still need a boss, and there's 3 spots open that had early bosses based on our key items.
Yeah, so what made you go straight to Twin Heart?
Because where Earth was, and I had gotten it so late, I just assumed that if that had bosses, I was done. That was it. So I had to take Twin Heart.
So, would you like to know where the last boss was?
Oh, I've heard it's
okay.
not one. Part of me was like, do I do a cheeky Zot 1 check before Harp? I'm like, no, if it's not at Harp, I'm walking the tower twice, so I'm doing it in one shot.
Yeah, that was really heads up, especially when you landed the whale, and then went and did Twin Heart first, so that you didn't have to fly the chocobo or do any weird shenanigans with your parking or anything like that, to get that one out of the way.
Yeah, I was definitely considering that as I came off the Val fight. I was wondering if it was time where I was going to either get an airship or just hope and pray.
Oh, that is a good question. Is it different music for John? Oh, same music. Okay.
That was an exclusive brand new song, so you got to show that off, and you know. So how'd you like the Z sprite?
It was a good sprite. I was talking to John earlier in the week, and he's like, I didn't really have an idea for my sprite, so I was excited to see what Scowl whipped up for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we know y'all each got a special one. Did y'all get like input on each other's, or was it just all a surprise for both of you?
It was a complete surprise. All I knew about John's was it was the color green.
So what was my question for you? Oh yes. So let's go back to when you went to Eblin and you got your first crystal sword. And then you decided to open up a couple more chests and found all of the trap chests in the left tower, and found 2 crystal swords and an Avenger. How were you feeling then?
I was feeling pretty good. The plan at the time was just finish the left tower and leave, because I felt very strong. I knew I had a Berserk caster with Rosa, and then finding those 3, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just hit the right tower, because that's just good density and a little bit more cash to help fund the seed.
So I don't know if you are planning on going to check the treasury or not, but JohnBirckhead did not check the other 2 trap chests, so he was down a crystal sword and an Avenger on you, but went and checked the treasury pretty early. And do you want to guess what he found in there?
Did he find his own Avenger to go burr with?
His own crystal sword and Avenger.
Wonderful. This is making up for seeds I had earlier with no crystal swords in them.
And there was also like a Zeus gauntlet in there.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty much everything you looted in Eblin that he did not, because he was like, Crystal Sword, I'm gone! He found in the treasury. So, yeah, we just thought that was very funny that a Blue Moon Seed had not one but 3 Crystal Swords.
There's probably like 4 more hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even do the trap just underground.
No one did Pigtail. Can that be a Crystal Sword?
Oh, it could. Because, yeah, chat was like, oh, he didn't even turn the Pigtail in.
I honestly forgot about the pigtail.
Oh man, because I even made a comment. I was like, "Well, you got to shave off those seconds where you can." And he was just like, "You know what? I don't need nothing."
I was feeling pretty set. Crystal Sword, Ninja. Nothing was in my way.
For sure. Well, you played fantastic, very clean, very efficient routing. Did all the face checking and almost every single boss check in under an hour and 20 minutes. So how are you feeling about that?
I was feeling good. I enjoyed my routing, even if it became extremely nerve-wracking at the end.
What are you wearing?
I just saw the sprite. John, in case you're not looking, John just got to Zerobus, and that's a sprite.
Oh boy, that one must be different than my other one from against Kyrios then.
Oh,
it's your FF14 character?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's super cute. Love it. I'm loving these purple pants.
This is gonna be one of those sprites that, like, someone's gonna play years down the road without context and be like, what is this and what is it from?
Oh, those are the best sprites. I feel like I fell after most of them.
Well, any final thoughts, words on the seed, or kind of tell us what you're going to do between now and Saturday when your second match is scheduled?
I'm going to make sure I go through the VOD, I think there's a few small things I can change, kind of just tighten up the screws a little bit. And just make sure I'm staying loose. I don't want to try and, jam 6 seeds the next 3 days and kind of get some fatigue that way. I just want to make sure I'm kind of staying on my game.
Well, I think that is a very smart plan. So yeah. GG's again. Great showing. Cannot wait to see game 2. And I wish you good luck in your practicing and not practicing this week as you prep for that.
Thank you very much. GG's again to John. It's always a pleasure to race him. We've gone back and forth a lot recently, and and thank you to everyone in the community for putting on these streams and these tournaments and everything.
All right. Hope you have a great night. That was Funnelcakes, our Game 1 winner. He moves up to 1-0 out of this best of 3 finals final week. So we are watching JohnBirckhead attack this Funnelcakes. Oh my gosh.
Also, it was funny just watching him, like, use a Thor Rage to do, like, 8 damage to trigger the nerf. And just... Oh, there's the boom.
Yeah, Funnelcakes is down. Whatever, is down. So JohnBirckhead has officially finished this race with a time of 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 18 seconds. And I believe we are joined by Johnny B himself. GG, sir.
GG's, madam.
How you feeling?
Feeling slow. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's important to me. Oh, man.
What do you mean you feel slow? Why do you feel slow?
By about 9 minutes or so, give or take.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, numbers,
I mean-
numbers.
Look, it's the final round of this tournament, and you still clocked in under an hour and a half. I think that's pretty great.
Well, thank you. That's very.
And you face checked every spot except for one.
Yeah. Yep. We just kind of ran all over. Oh, is what it is.
So yeah, just kind of walk us through your thought process, how you felt about that seed overall. You ran it really smoothly.
I felt a little sloppy. Just with menuing and things like that. At one point, left the Avenger on, so the fight was longer. I had dimps, and I had plenty of money, but I didn't buy an extra coffin. I probably should have checked the Baron basement because with Avenger Cecil, or I should have done that before I went underground because Avenger Cecil could have done that, but that might have saved me a little bit of time. Once I got underground, I almost always check the pan first, and I didn't, and obviously that would have saved me a little bit of time. Having done Zot, if I had gotten the darkness from pan, I could have even just face checked dwarf because we had so many key items by the time we got underground. That do your freebies. I think I just got thrown off by the Golbez at the top of tower, and I just made the wrong decisions in terms of my routing. Everything made sense in my head at the time, but clearly it wasn't the correct choice of route. So,
I mean, overall, you and Funnel did almost the exact same routing in the exact same order. So it wasn't any different. It was just he went to Twin Harp first when he came down from the moon, and you did not. You last locationed is really what it comes down to.
Well, I mean, with someone like him, you got to be. I need to be at my best +1, and unfortunately, I wasn't tonight. So that's the way it goes, I suppose. It's disappointing, but we'll try again, game 2, see what happens.
Yeah, game 2 is on Saturday. What are you gonna do between now and then to kind of get your head in the game?
I don't know. This is round 11, month 4. Blue Moon Log Day 435. I went out into the wild and I saw Z sprites everywhere.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Did you catch them?
Oh man. Probably not too much. I keep saying this is further than I ever thought I would get, and I'm so grateful for the format because, if I go up against a Decker or a Rybon or a Possum from Lemuria or all these very, very, very established runners, I have zero chance. Which this has provided me the opportunity to go ahead and get better, and I have gotten better because of the format of this tourney. So I'm very, very, very grateful, but I'm also very, very, very tired. So probably not too much. Probably a couple seeds here and there. Maybe a ladder race if there's still a ladder going on this week. But beyond that, there's really not too much to change. I just need to be more efficient and better,
Yeah, and I think rest is best. I think that sounds like a good plan. You know what? I still have some rhymes right now.
Let's go. J-Max spitting truth. Oh, goodness.
Well, I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but you still ran a heck of a race. You're up against Funnelcakes, but you're holding your own, and you've definitely improved from the beginning of this tournament to the end. So no matter what happens this weekend, you should definitely be proud of where you have finished and the fact that you now have a Z Sprite in the pool, which is super cute, by the way.
It is.
So
Skull.
yeah.
Yeah, Skull sent it over. I love it. I love absolutely everything about it. I can't wait to show my kid. I see her tomorrow. So
good.
Yeah, she loves to draw. So I could just see her giggle. I can hear her giggle already. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Well, GG's again. and go get some rest, go get some food. Don't think about this seed, shake it off, and, do you, and we will see you on Saturday.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so GG's to Funnel. Very well done once again, sir. Thank you to you and Dijon. Can't wait to listen to the comms. Asuka, such a staple. Dubward, sir, I appreciate your service and your tracking. And we'll catch you all for game 2.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
And with that, I believe that is what they refer to as the end of the stream.
I think so. But it doesn't have to be the end of your night on Twitch with Free Enterprise.
Tell me more.
Oh, yeah, we will be raiding over to the one, the only Baka Shinobi, who is currently testing some ladder flags. So get in on some of the changes that might be happening on ladder. Hang out, give him a shout out in the stream. And yeah, we will catch y'all with our next ZZ5 race on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. 5 p.m. Oh gosh.
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Yep. See, me and time changes. But yeah, until then, keep racing. Get some rest because rest is best. And we'll see y'all next time.
And don't forget not to spoil the race when you go.
Oh, yeah, no spoilers.
Because I know where you live, and...
What?
What? Listen, I barely memorized my own new address. I really know where anyone lives. Good night, everyone.
Good night.